Hey there, church. Pastor Mike here again. It's good to be with you. I hope you are enjoying going through the events of Holy Week in the life of Christ. And I hope you have enjoyed Monday and Tuesday's videos. And I hope that you will enjoy this one today. We're going to be in the Gospel of Luke on this Wednesday of Holy Week. Luke chapter 21 and the very end of that chapter. If you are there or turning there, Luke records, and it says, every day he being Jesus, every day Jesus was teaching in the temple. But at night he went and lodged on the mount called Olivet. And early in the morning all the people came to him in the temple to hear him. So during Holy Week, Jesus makes it a point to be at the temple teaching the people. Now, he knows that there's only a few more days he's going to be with them. And he wants to teach them. He wants to share with them what they need to know and what's coming. And so Luke points out the fact that every day, that's where Jesus was. Leading up to his crucifixion, he was there teaching in the temple. And then he would go to the Mount of Olives to lodge there. And then early in the morning, he'd come back, and the people were ready. They were eager to hear what he had to say. But Luke goes on in chapter 22. It says, now the feast of unleavened bread drew near, which is called the Passover, and the chief priests and the scribes were seeking how to put him to death, for they feared the people. The chief priests and the scribes, the quote-unquote religious people, are plotting to kill Jesus. They don't want to take him in front of they don't want to take him away in front of the crowd there. That would cause a scene, and they feared the people may riot. So they were plotting and scheming how they could come and get him when there wasn't a whole lot of people around. And you and I know how they're going to conspire to do that. They're going to get one of those 12 disciples, that close group of men that have been following Jesus for 3 years. They're going to get one of them. His name is Judas. But what I want to point out to you is that these religious people, the holier than thou group, are plotting to commit murder. Why? Because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, because Jesus had claimed to be God, because although he was making a man whole on the Sabbath and healing people that were blind and crippled, they didn't care. They didn't care. All they cared about was themselves and what they had and what they stood to lose. Because if the people were following Christ, they wouldn't be following the chief priests and the scribes and the Pharisees. And so they plotted to murder, to put Jesus to death. Now, Jesus knew what was going to unfold. But notice what Jesus is focusing on this Wednesday. He is focusing on teaching the people the things of God. He knows that these people, that crowd, needs to hear the truth, because the truth will set this crowd free. It will set them free. This is what they need more than anything else. Remember back on Sunday, they were wanting freedom from the Roman oppression, but Jesus, he came so that they would have freedom from the oppression of sin, the bondage of sin. And so the people then are a lot like the people now. we need to be not only told once, but twice and 3 times and 4 times. We need to be reminded of what the truth is. That's like, I don't encourage you to read the Bible and once you get done with it one time, you're done and you can set it aside. No, we continue to come back to the well, and we always find that the well is full and we can draw more out of it. The well of the Word of God is always full. And so Jesus is making a point to continue to teach the people the truth about the things that are and the things that are to come. And he's speaking to that as well. Matthew 24, Matthew 25. Trying to make these folks aware of what things are going to be taking place very soon in their near future. So church, here's what I want you to just kind of meditate on today, on this Wednesday. I want you to meditate on the Word of God, the teachings of Jesus. And specifically, and I know that you're kind of in the middle of finishing up your 40-day New Testament reading plan. I know most of you are probably right on time, and you're going to finish well and finish strong. But if you've got some extra time built in, if you took advantage of those 9 days of grace that I gave you a 40-day reading plan, but to be read in 49 days. So if you've got a little bit extra time, why don't you read some of the words written in red this week? Why don't you read and meditate on the teachings of Jesus this week? He made it a point on this Wednesday of Holy Week to teach to the crowds that would come to him, knowing full well that he would be on the cross by Friday. He still made it a point to teach because it was crucial. The Word of God was crucial to those people. They needed to hear it. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing the Word of Christ. Will you meditate on his Word on this Wednesday? God bless you, church. It's been good to be with you once again. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.